I will be talking basically about the part 2 of me getting bullied. Um, I don't really think I have to go any further about me having epilepsy, getting diagnosed, and all that. Um, the reason why I say that is because I got diagnosed with epilepsy. I was very scared in the beginning, didn't know how to cope with it, and finally learned how to cope with having the sickness that I have literally just now. Like, I literally learned, okay, I have the sickness. I'm not going to claim it because if I do claim it, then it's just going to happen more often. If I don't claim it and I have a positive vibe, then it's going to be like, I have a positive vibe. I really going to be like, you're not going to have a seizure. You're not going to do this. You're not going to do that. Kiara, you got this. So, yeah. So, I don't think I want to go any further into that. But I will go further into the bullying situation. I told you about how in middle school, the girl would bully me every day. She would always come for me, like, for no reason. Like, always, just no reason, just come for me. Like, I wouldn't even be doing anything, and she would just walk up to me and harass me, literally. And it got to the point where I was so tired of it. I was like, you know what? Well, actually, I didn't pay any attention anymore. I was like, okay, I'm grown. I'm not gonna deal with this. I'm about to be in high school. I don't have time for the foolishness anymore. I'm just gonna do me, not worry about her, focus on my grades, focus on me, focus on my family, focus on everything that's going on in my life except for her. And then once I started doing that, in ninth grade she was still there. 10th grade she was still there. But in second semester of 10th grade she moved away. And then she came back in 11th grade, and that was when in 11th grade that was when I was doing so much better. I was making more friends. I was being positive. I was learning how to deal with, okay, I don't care what nobody says. And then all of a sudden she come back into my life. Like, it just hurts so much. It's like, why am I going through these obstacles? Why me, basically? Why is all of this happening to me? I have asthma, I have epilepsy, I have PCOS, I have ulcers, I have all these different types of sicknesses. Nobody really knows what's going on with me. They can't find anything to help me stop having seizures. They can't find anything to help the ulcers go away. They can't find anything. The only thing that was basically cured was my asthma. And the only time the asthma would like go away is when I'm not running or walking a lot. And when I do walk a lot, or when I do run a lot, or even exercise too much, my asthma just gets worse and worse and worse, and my body doesn't like calm down. Like, my lungs don't calm down until like maybe an hour later. And that's from just me sitting down. But when I take my medicine, it's kind of like longer, and I'm trying to figure out, why is it longer when I'm taking my medicine? It should calm down faster than that. And then, so she came back into my life. She was in one of my gym classes again. The gym teacher didn't do anything. He was basically like, oh, that's nothing. She's in high school. She'll get over it. Blah, blah, blah. It don't matter. Stuff like that. She's strong. She'll, whatever. And not to be like, I'm not being racist. I know I'm not being racist. I'm just speaking my mind. Like, I went to a predominantly white school, and I'm an African American. Well, I'm a minority mixed with a whole bunch of different things. And my gym teacher, one day, he had us do the pacer test. I told him I couldn't do it because I have epilepsy and I have asthma. If I get out of breath, I'm going to have an asthma attack, and that will probably lead to a seizure. And if it doesn't lead to a seizure, it'll lead to jerks. And if it doesn't lead to jerks, then it'll lead to something else. And he was like, oh, you'll be fine. It doesn't matter. And then I ended up having an asthma attack, and then my body started having jerks. And he was like, oh, you're fine. And I was like, how are you going to tell me I'm fine? Like, you're not in my body. You're not in my shoes. And then he goes, I know you're fine. You're probably just acting it out because you're just trying to put on a show for the class. And I was like, if I was trying to put on a show for the class, I would be laughing. I would have a smile on my face. I'm not smiling. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. So it was basically, I felt like I was basically getting bullied by my teacher. And then I asked him, I was like, can I go to the nurse so I can get my asthma pump? And he's like, no, you're not going to the nurse. And I was like, really? So I walked out of the class. I was like, I'm going to the nurse. I don't care what you say. And then the nurse wouldn't give me my asthma pump. I was like, really? You're not going to give me my asthma pump? Really? So I went into the principal's office, and then the principal goes, oh, well, we can't do anything. If the nurse doesn't give you your medicine, then you obviously don't need it. And I was like, wow. So at that time, my phone was in the gymnasium where the locker rooms were, and he had locked the locker rooms until we were done with the gym class. So I couldn't go back into the gym. I couldn't go into the locker room. I couldn't get my asthma pump. The nurse was being very rude. The gym teacher was being very rude. The principal wouldn't do anything about it. So it's like, only thing I could do was ask to call my mom on the phone in the office. So they let me call my mom, and it took all of that for them to be like, oh, okay. Because my mom was like, I will sue y'all because you're basically saying no to my daughter. She's having an asthma attack. She's having jerks. She could literally fall out, pass out on the floor, have a seizure. And who knows, I could have possibly died that day, because asthma attacks, if it's a really bad asthma attack, you can die. If you have very bad jerks and you end up having a seizure, you can die. Like, people don't take it very seriously, and that's what people need to do. But we're not talking about my teachers being rude and not giving me what I want because of the whole medical situation. But back to her bullying me. I'm not gonna say her name because that would be in my eyes, it would be disrespectful, because if I did something to somebody and then a whole bunch of people just started targeting me because I did something and I'm sorry for it now, I would feel very bad. But she does need to feel very, very bad for what she did. But I'm the type of person to forgive you. If you do something bad to me and I forgive you, I'm not going to bring it up. I'm not going to keep bringing it up. But yeah, when she came back in 11th grade, she was in the gym class. She saw everything happening. She made jokes about it. She was like, oh, Kiara, she's going to be gone in a couple of days, blah, blah, blah. I can't wait. We can't wait. We should record her. We should record the gym teacher. We should record everything, because the gym teacher told her no, she can't have this. She can't have that. She can't even have her medicine. Like, she can't even call her parents, blah, blah, blah. And she just kept going on and on and on. And then that was when my friend came into the room, and she was like, yo, you need to give Kiara her medicine, because if something happens to her, not only will her mom report you guys to the authorities, but me and my mom will report you guys to the authorities. So all of this was happening. during gym class, going into another class, I was saying to the principal, I was like, yo, I got another class to go to. I'm not trying to deal with this. You need to give me my asthma pump. You need to let me lay down for a little bit at least, because I need to catch my breath again. And I need to take my asthma pump. And the second reason why I need to catch my breath is because I'm not trying to have a seizure at school again. So, call my mom. My mom came in to pick me up because my mom not having that. I'm not having that. So, my mom, she basically said, I will call the authorities if you don't do this, if you don't do that, blah, blah, blah. After that girl did what she did. And then there was this time at lunch, the girl was making fun of me again. I was getting ready to go to one of my classes because lunch period was over. So the girl goes like this. She's like, she says to me, she says to one of my friends, because I was walking in class with one of my friends, and she goes, why are you friends with Kiara? She has epilepsy. She has this. She has that. I don't know why you're friends with her. She could possibly die on you when you guys are out together. So her whole motive, her whole thing with me was she's gonna die, basically. She's gone. Like, she just always had a problem with me for no reason. Like, even when I didn't have epilepsy, she wanted me to die. And I'm just like, what's your deal with me? Like, what did I ever do to you? Why do you want me to die? Why do you want me to kill myself? Why do you want me to do all these negative things to myself? Is there something going on in your household? Am I pretty to you and you just can't cope with the fact that I'm pretty? Like, for God's sake, I used to talk to you. I used to be your friend. You could have came to different events with me. You could have been my friend for a certain amount of time. But no, you didn't want to do that. Like, you were just so mean to me. But this video is getting very long, and I do not want to keep talking about this situation anymore. And one of the main reasons why I don't want to talk about it anymore is because it's going to start making me cry. And you can see I'm trying to have a smile on my face about this whole situation. Moral of the story is, don't ever let anyone push you to the point where you cut yourself, because that's the point she pushed me to. I started cutting myself. I started having suicidal thoughts. I started thinking, okay, she don't like me, so my family obviously don't like me. My friends obviously don't like me. I'm a disappointment. And it would just go on and on and on and on. But I'm starting to become positive. I'm starting not to care anymore. Like, if you think that I should kill myself, so be it. I'm not going to kill myself because you think I should kill myself. There's no reason for me to think I should kill myself. I'm done. Like, and that's what you should do. If you feel like if someone is coming for you, someone is jealous of you, someone is bullying you, do not let it get to you, because there is no reason for you to feel the same way they feel. You should do something to yourself. Like, it defeats the purpose. Honestly, why kill yourself because someone else wants you to? Why kill yourself over a person? Why? It's gonna be something you regret in the end. You're not gonna have your life, basically. You're gonna kill yourself over a person's thoughts? Really? So if you do have the thoughts that I was having, take a look into therapy. You don't have to go to a therapist. You could go to a pastor. That's what I went to. My grandmother's a pastor. You could go to that. You don't have to be the person that, oh my God, I'm going to kill myself because this person wants me to. No, don't do that, because that was the person I was. And I'm a survivor. I'm not letting anyone get to me anymore. And that's all I have to say for now.